Stop. Before you keep scrolling, I want you to think about something.
When did someone say something to you, and you never forgot it?
Not a long speech. Not a book. Just one sentence.
One sentence that changed how you think. Or how you see yourself.
Today, we're sharing the best advice we've ever received.
Real advice. From real people in our lives.
And maybe, by the end of this episode, you'll find one sentence that helps you too.
Welcome to TotallyTalk English.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Grace.
If you're learning English, you found the right place.
We speak clearly, naturally, and we make it easy for you to follow along.
So wherever you are right now, on a bus, in your kitchen, on a walk, relax and listen in.
Nick, let me ask you something before we start.
Go ahead.
Do you enjoy getting advice?
Honestly? It depends on who's giving it.
That's such a real answer.
Some advice is helpful and changes your life. Some advice is confusing. Or just wrong.
But every now and then, someone says something simple.
And it stays with you for years.
That's exactly what we're talking about today.
Let's start with one useful word. Today's word is advice.
Advice means a helpful suggestion, something someone tells you to help you think or decide better.
For example, my teacher gave me good advice.
Or, can I give you some advice?
Quick grammar note: advice has no plural. We don't say advices.
Instead, say, she gave me a lot of advice. Or, he gave me one piece of advice.
Small point, but very useful. Okay. My story. My favorite piece of advice came from my grandfather.
Tell us about him.
He wasn't famous. He wasn't rich. But he was one of the wisest people I've ever known. The kind of person who didn't talk much, but when he did, you remembered it.
I love that kind of person.
One day, he told me, don't compare your first step with someone else's 100th step.
Wow. Even hearing it now, that's powerful.
When I was about 10 years old, I had no idea what it meant. I actually thought he was talking about walking.
That's very sweet.
Years later, I was trying to learn guitar. Very exciting. Day one, I went online, found a professional musician, and watched him play.
Oh. I already know where this is going.
Within 15 minutes, I wanted to quit completely.
Because you compared yourself to someone who had been playing for maybe 15 years.
Exactly. And in that moment, my grandfather's words finally made sense. That musician was on step 100. I was on step 1. You simply cannot compare those two things.
This happens so much with language learning.
All the time. You hear a fluent English speaker and think, I'll never sound like that.
But here's the thing, that fluent speaker also had a step 1.
They also forgot words. They also made mistakes. They also felt embarrassed.
And they kept going anyway.
Fluency doesn't happen overnight. That's a useful expression. Overnight means very quickly, like magic.
Learning English doesn't happen overnight. But every conversation, every episode you listen to, that's one more step forward. My favorite advice came from my aunt. She once told me, done is better than perfect.
4 words. But so much meaning.
I was making a birthday card for my cousin. A handmade card. It should have been fun and simple.
Should have been.
But I kept erasing everything. The letters weren't neat enough. The drawing looked wrong. I started over again and again.
And you never finished the card?
Never. My aunt sat with me, looked at the blank card, and said, "Done is better than perfect."
Did it feel true immediately?
Not right away. But I thought about it later. How much time had I wasted? For a birthday card.
And the bigger lesson is, we do this in so many areas of life.
People wait for the perfect moment to start speaking English.
Or they spend 20 minutes rewriting one short message because one word doesn't feel right.
The point is, an imperfect message that you actually send is worth more than a perfect one you never write.
Start. Finish. Then improve next time. That's how progress actually works.
Let's pause and ask you something.
Have you ever stopped doing something because you wanted it to be perfect?
Maybe speaking English in front of others.
Maybe writing an email or a message.
Maybe starting a new hobby or skill.
If the answer is yes, welcome to the club. You are definitely not alone.
In part 2, we'll talk about why you can't always see your progress, even when it's happening.
Plus, Grace is going to share some truly bad advice she once received.
The worst. Stay with us.
Welcome back. Let's quickly remember what we covered in part 1.
Don't compare your first step with someone else's 100th step.
And done is better than perfect.
Good. Now let's talk about something that can be really frustrating when you're learning.
You practice. You study. You listen. And then you think, am I actually improving?
The answer is yes. But progress is often invisible at first.
Like something growing underground. You can't see it, but it's happening. A couple of years ago, I decided to bake bread at home.
Oh, I love this story.
My first loaf looked like a gray rock. I'm not exaggerating. It was hard, heavy, and honestly a little frightening.
Did it taste okay?
It did not taste okay. My neighbor saw it and said, "Don't stop after one bad try."
Simple advice. Very true.
So I tried again the next week. A little better. Then again. A little better again.
Little by little.
Exactly, little by little. That's our phrase for today. It means slowly, step by step, over time. Not all at once.
My English is getting better little by little.
I'm building my confidence little by little.
You don't have to be amazing on day one. You just need to keep going. I have a short story too. A few years ago, I planted a small garden, flowers and some vegetables.
Very ambitious.
I was so excited. I checked the plants every single morning. Sometimes twice a day. Waiting for something to happen.
And nothing was happening.
Nothing. I kept thinking, why aren't they growing? Did I do something wrong?
What changed?
My neighbor laughed softly and said, "Plants grow when you give them time."
That is also a perfect description of language learning.
You practice today. Nothing feels different. You practice tomorrow. Still nothing obvious.
But after 3 months, you look back and realize, I understand things I couldn't understand before.
You're reading faster. You're catching words you used to miss.
That feeling, when you finally notice your own growth, is one of the best feelings in language learning.
Here's a useful expression, look how far you've come.
It means recognize the progress you've already made. Don't only think about how far you still have to go.
Look how far you've come since your first English lesson.
Compare yourself to who you were 6 months ago. Not to a native speaker.
Nick, Now can I tell them about the bad advice?
Please.
Someone once told me, if you feel nervous when speaking, just don't speak.
That is genuinely terrible advice.
I know. But I followed it. And I became even more nervous, because I had zero practice.
Silence doesn't build confidence.
Exactly. My English teacher noticed I was very quiet in class. She asked why. I told her, I'm scared of making mistakes. And she smiled and said something I'll never forget.
What did she say?
Mistakes mean you're learning.
That's it. That's the whole lesson.
From that day, I started speaking more. Was I still nervous? Yes. Did I still make mistakes? Absolutely.
But you kept going anyway.
And that is what we call courage. Today's key word.
Courage means being brave even when something feels difficult or frightening.
She had the courage to speak English in a new country.
He had the courage to try again after making mistakes.
Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is doing the thing despite the fear.
Every time you try something difficult, your courage grows a little.
And so does your English.
Here's something we want every listener to hear.
Most people are not judging your grammar.
They want to understand your message. That's all.
If someone understands what you said, you succeeded. Full stop.
Communication is more important than perfect grammar. Every single time.
This is where we practice English together, out loud.
If you can, repeat the sentences after us. Even if you're alone, speaking out loud helps your brain so much more than just listening.
Let's start with some natural phrases you can use when a friend needs encouragement.
You can do it.
Just take the first step.
Don't worry about being perfect.
Everyone starts somewhere.
I believe in you.
Short, simple, and very natural. Now let's put them into a real conversation.
Role-play time. I'll be a nervous friend. Grace gives advice.
Ready.
Grace, I want to start speaking English with strangers, but I'm scared.
What exactly scares you?
What if they don't understand me? Or what if I forget a word in the middle of a sentence?
Can I ask you something first?
Sure.
If you forget a word, what's the worst thing that actually happens?
I pause? Or I use a different word?
Exactly. You find another way. That's not failure, that's communication.
I never thought about it that way.
Native speakers forget words too. They pause. They say, They say, what's the word? It's normal.
That actually makes me feel much better.
Good. And remember, the more you try, the less scary it gets. That's just how it works.
Okay. I'm going to try.
I know you will. And I'll be proud of you when you do.
Did you notice what Grace did there?
Instead of just saying don't worry, I asked a question that helped Nick think it through himself.
Good advice doesn't always mean giving answers. Sometimes it means asking the right questions.
Now, one final thing from each of us.
If you could give one piece of advice to every person learning English today, what would it be?
Don't be afraid to sound like a beginner. Because every fluent speaker in the world, every single one, was a beginner once. You are not behind. You are on your path.
And mine, be kind to yourself while you're learning. We notice every mistake we make. But we forget to notice our progress. So today, notice one thing you did well. Just one.
You are doing better than you think.
Quick recap of today.
Don't compare your first step with someone else's 100th step.
Done is better than perfect.
Progress happens little by little, trust the process.
Mistakes mean you're learning.
Courage means going for it even when you're nervous.
And look how far you've already come.
Question of the day: what is the best advice you have ever received?
Who said it to you, and how did it change you?
Write your answer in the comments. We read every single one.
And your story might be exactly what someone else needed to hear today.
Thank you for listening to Totally Talk English.
Keep going. One conversation, one word, one small step at a time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.